Hey, this is Amanda with Supernatural Success. Let's talk about how to make better decisions. So, I know when you're trying to make decisions, either everyday ones or maybe big ones about your life and the path you should choose, a lot of times you'll have fear come up and also your intuition. And sometimes it can be hard to tell the difference between a natural fear of something just because your brain is trying to protect you from doing something new that it's not been acquainted with yet, or if it's your intuition saying, this isn't a good decision, Amanda, don't go this way. The first thing you can do is visualize yourself taking action. So with your eyes closed, just, get relaxed, take a few deep breaths, and in your mind's eye, visualize yourself taking whatever action this is that you're pondering at the moment and notice how your body feels. Fear is going to feel dark and heavy. It's going to have some weight to it, your energy. Intuition is expansive. It's light. It's expanding out around you into the world around you. Your fear is going to pull back in. It's going to bring your energy back into you. So if you're visualizing yourself taking this action and you're just afraid, your energy is going to feel dark and heavy, and you'll know that that's fear. That's something that we all know. It's a natural feeling. We all have fears, and it's totally normal to have fear around making a decision or taking some action that, isn't exactly comfortable to you, that you haven't done before, that's different. And so that fear is going to feel dark and heavy, and your energy is going to pull back and bring your energy back into you. If it's just your intuition, you're going to feel lighter. It's going to go out. It's going to be expansive. It won't be weighing you down. Then you can ask yourself why it is that you want this, why you want to take this action or not take this action, because your why is going to be your fuel. So it's better be compelling. If your motivation is not solid, you're probably not going to do it. So if you are trying to do something new or you're trying to make a decision to do something or not do something that you've never done before, if your motivation behind it, if your why is not solid, then it's not going to get done anyways. A good example of this would be, should I ask my boss for a raise? Yeah, I'll definitely probably have some fear around that. And it might be hard to say, is this just my intuition? Is it just telling me not to do this because this is somehow, not a good idea, not the move for me? Or am I just afraid? And I'm going to ask myself, why do I want this? Well, because I want to make more money. So if that's my why, it's really not a compelling reason for me to go do this. So why do I want more money? Well, I want to go buy some nice clothes. And it's still not good enough. Why? Because I really feel like I am an asset here. And if this doesn't work out for me, I'm going to go find another job. Then I would say, well, am I otherwise happy in this position? If the answer is no, I'm really not happy here, but if they would give me more money, I guess I would stay, then that motivation isn't really solid either because you're not going to be happy either way. If yes, I am otherwise happy here, but I'm not going to stay unless they give me more money, then I'm kind of saying that you can put a price on my happiness and saying, well, if he doesn't give me this raise, then I'm not going to be happy. But if he does, then I will be and I'll stay. I mean, there's no dollar amount you can put on that. Maybe a better question would be, what kind of work can I imagine myself doing day in and day out and getting fulfillment from? What's something that I could do all the time that would give me energy? So you want to make sure your motivations are solid behind whatever decision it is that you're debating. Another thing you can do is to exercise, get moving, move your body. When you get away from that mental game of ping pong going back and forth and give your brain a break. Give your conscious, analytical left brain side of the brain a break and let your subconscious, get a word in edgewise there. Let your right brain kind of play with you a little bit. You're not going to solve a problem and make a good decision by going over the pros and cons of why you should or shouldn't do something. You're just going to drive yourself crazy because you can come up with reasons with your analytical, logical mind to do or not to do something all day long, and it still won't get you to a decision that you feel good about. So get moving, move your body, and get some time or space away from this decision-making process. You just don't go to work out, though, with the purpose of finding the answer. Because that's just continuing the same, momentum you've already got going. Go to work out to get away from it and let the answer come to you. Don't keep playing this ping pong game. Get away and get moving, and the answer, maybe not the answer you were looking for, maybe even an answer you were even thinking about, it'll come to you. So kind of along those lines is you can take a nap. When we're sleeping, we're in a different state of consciousness, a better state of consciousness for problem solving, one might argue. I don't know if you've heard this before, but Edison was famous for his naps. He would lay on this couch in his, little workspace, and he'd have a metal ball in his hand. And when he would start to drift asleep, this ball would drop onto a metal plate and make a really loud noise that would wake him up right as he was drifting into sleep from theta state. And that's like the twilight that's in between your being awake and you being asleep. And in theta, that's when things will come to you. That's when you'll be able to become bigger than this problem or decision and see things from a different perspective. That's when you're really letting your subconscious mind make the decision for you, to answer the problem for you. It's a great, 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 great way to kind of utilize these powers that you have in your brain to make decisions that are really like the best decisions for you. Another way you can take advantage of these altered states of consciousness is meditate. Of course, you probably knew I was going to say that. Meditation gets us into a high or low level of alpha. When you're in problem solving mode and, walking around and trying to talk to people and do things, you're in beta. It's a useful state for doing all of those things, but it's not a useful state for solving a problem or making a complex decision. So when you're meditating every day, you're cultivating your ability to get back into or get into alpha from waking states of consciousness. When you're meditating, you're giving your body a break and you're giving your mind a break because it's not having to take care of your body and power it and run it. So you're better able to utilize your whole brain to figure some things out. So if you're just trying to make better decisions overall, then meditation is something you absolutely need to be doing at least once a day for about 15 minutes. That is going to give you so much better of an ability to deal with just everyday stresses, make better decisions, solve problems, interact with people. I mean, the list is really endless of all the benefits you'll get, but if you have a specific decision that you're trying to make, I would still recommend meditation. However, I kind of would do this the same way as working out. I wouldn't go into meditation with the sole purpose to be finding the answer to this problem, because then you're still just doing that left brain, let me analyze the crap out of every single angle of this and figure it out. So we're trying to get away from that and utilize this alpha state of consciousness to solve the problem. And the way you're going to do that is to let that go for a little while. So I would meditate. Before you meditate, you decide on this decision it is that you want to make, but as you start your meditation and go into meditation, don't keep going over with the ping pong wrestling game of this decision. So you want to let it go. Oftentimes the answer and the decision will come to you while you're in meditation, and that's great. Or once you're done with your meditation, just sit there for a moment and you'll also get things and answers and ideas coming to you that you wouldn't be able to get or figure out in just a normal waking alpha beta state. So there you have it. How to make better decisions, how to learn to trust your intuition, more and understand the difference between what your fear is trying to tell you and what your intuition is telling you. You can visualize yourself taking action, see how your body feels, ask yourself why it is you want to do this or have this thing. Make sure your why is something that's in alignment with you, something that you believe, that you agree with, that you want. You can go exercise, get your body moving. You can go to the gym, go for a walk, go dancing, just get moving. You can take a nap. You can even hold a metal ball in your hand like Edison, and you can meditate. So, happy decision making. I love you. Thank you for listening. Please don't forget to subscribe and like the video if you liked the video. Thank you.